Greetings, everybody. Yes, I'm back again. It's kind of like a case of the runs. You think it's gone, and nope, it's back again. Yes, I just compared myself to diarrhea. How's that? That you have to have confidence to do that, folks. So on that note, I'm Manny Vitale, host of My Fight Our War and co-host of Music and Mayhem. And as I hope some of you guys heard earlier, part of the trio hosts of our new show, Bullshitting with the Boys, with myself, Matt Cronin, and AJ Galante. More information to come, which means someone is going to be a hell of a lot busier, and that person
Hi.
is OG right there.
Oh yeah, OG is right. Oh my
So,
goodness gracious.
so I guess your title, your name, your title, responsibilities. At the
Mhm.
end, I told you, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Well,
Well,
in
now
the
we're
business,
gonna.
it's all other duties as assigned.
There you go.
Uh-huh.
Well, you're welcome. This is going to be. God knows, what all is going to be added on now. All I know is now you have the responsibility for another show to do.
Bring it on, big man. Bring it on.
So
I'm ready.
that's something that is still. I can't thank my guys enough, man. I tell you what, Matt Cronin, AJ Galante, thank you, man. Love you guys. And as I was talking to Matt about this earlier, this all started as it was not planned. This was never an idea. This wasn't even a thought. Hey, man, we should start our own show. It wasn't that at all. What it was me and Matt Cronin, who's our producer. His work is very well documented, man. With his work with Ian Bick, the stuff he did with Ian and still does with Ian. Um,
Mhm.
so I mean that speaks for itself. AJ Galante, go to Netflix, a documentary on AJ Galante and his dad and his family, the stuff that happened there, and a little team called the Danbury Trashers.
Thank you.
You want a good watch, folks? Go to Netflix. Go to Untold Crimes and Penalties, and you'll see my brother AJ Galante in living
Mhm.
color, man. And
And it's
now,
funny too.
and now
It's
you've got
funny.
us three together, me,
Oh.
AJ, and Matt. And that's not all. We are also going to be having a little mystery guest who's going to be popping on. And when
Mhm.
I said that this show is going to be like no other, it's not just words, man. This is, like I said, OG. Just all I can say is, just well, you're
Hold on to
you.
your hat.
Hold on, man. Because with our schedules, we are all extremely busy. But you do what you got to do. Um, AJ is, we're all busy. AJ's very busy, on top of being very busy. Uh,
Mhm.
so there might be some shows where it'll be myself and Matt, holding down the fort. But there's four little squares or more in our little box here of secret special guests that could pop on. So you're always going to be having someone, or maybe two people, that'll be popping on
Ooh.
for our shows. So, like I said, it's going to be. This is going to be a lot of fun, and like I said, it all started out. In fact, I think it was regarding some of our logistics shit and administrative stuff that you guys need
Mhm.
to discuss about shows, about scheduling and dates, and then all this other stuff. So it was originally just going to be a group phone call, a group chat,
Yep.
and it turned into
A
Matt.
show.
Matt called me, and it was
Yep.
It was last Friday, and I was in the studio. If I'm not doing something in here, this is my other home, and I looked down. It was Matt, and he Facetimed me. I grabbed my phone. We start talking, and we're going back and forth. We're talking, and we talked for a good probably 20 minutes at least on the phone, and talked about doing a live together, which we've been doing. And he said, "Yeah, man, let's do it." Well, shit. He goes, "Let's do it now." I'm like, "All right." I hung up and fired up the computer, the studio,
Mhm.
and next thing you know, we went live for probably a good hour and a half. And
Voila.
I
Here we
mean,
are.
it was just nonstop. And this was just when I tell you, man, that there is no scripted stuff going on. Um, we just shoot from the hip, man. And that's what we did. We literally had zero ideas of anything to talk about, except we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And that's what I love, man, about doing this. I've talked to people who do this stuff, and they've got it. Some people are extremely organized, not me. Um, and they've got, and there's nothing wrong with that, man. I mean,
No,
they've got their,
it's
I
not your
have,
style.
I want to show you kind of, it's got to make sure what I have here. When everyone, you'll see me pop this up every now and then. And people are like, man, he's always got these notes and he's got all this stuff in front of him, which a lot of it is that. But it's also, let's see, where's my pictures at? I got Snoopy, a picture of this, well, it looks like a lady pulling down her underwear or something like that. But
What?
oh yeah, I mean, so we're sitting here talking, and everyone's going through their paperwork, and they're like, "Yeah, next we have this," and they're going through their agenda. Here's me doing my thing, and all of a sudden, sometimes if I'm doing that, OG's over there doing her thing, and all of a sudden I'll go like this, and I'll just show it to her. And it's like me, like a stick
Just
man,
doodling, yeah.
or like the weird eyes, and it's just weird shit. But like I said, other people have their stuff in a format and it goes nice and smooth. I can't do that because it's just all of a sudden, for some reason, if I am given something, and a guy who was a actor, he was a producer with like 30 years acting experience in Hollywood, man,
Mhm.
who was kind enough to give me a hand when I first started. But he was very, persistent of how I should do things. And this man's a professional actor. I mean, done shows, movies. And it just when I was doing some of the things that he wanted me to do, it was like, no.
It wasn't you.
I
It
go,
wasn't you.
if I were to do that, I'd have to take myself outside and beat my own head. It ain't gonna happen. And that's nothing against him at all. But it just wasn't me. Yeah, you'll hear me and Skylar and Kalichi and Ian, and you'll hear us all talking. AJ, you need to be authentic in yourself. As
Yep.
soon as you're bullshitting and people catch on like
People
that,
can tell. People can tell. It's just not authentic.
yeah. I mean, so you give me something to go by. I mean, now if you give me like, there are times though, and your stuff is here that is written down, notes that I do go over, and it'll be like,
It's just a topic, though. It's not a
now
whole.
it's just like
Yeah.
like tonight. It's like, okay, we're doing shows. Like when I had Kalichi on, I had just a couple things about him that I didn't want to forget to ask. When I had Johnny on last night, being in Chicago, just different things. But that's it. So now I forgot. I lost my.
Well, speaking of being on the cuff and authentic, just in about 20 minutes, my son might come in the kitchen, just so you know. And if I do, I'll introduce him to you.
Hey, welcome to the show. And so, just that's just one of the things that we wanted to announce. And this coming Wednesday, of course, we have Music and Mayhem with one and only Skylar Ray. And I just found out some news, but I'm going to let Skylar talk about that. I'm not going to steal his thunder. I almost did, though. I almost freaking did.
Nope. Let him talk about it.
You don't do that, man. So I'm not going to. So Wednesday night is Skylar Ray and me and OG and who knows who else with Music and Mayhem this Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. And then Thursday, I'm having surgery. And I totally forgot about that when I was talking to Matt. And he's like, okay, well, we're doing a show Friday, right? Our new show. And it's not the debut. It's not our first and, this not grand, like the grand opening. No, it's not. But what it is we just want to get this thing going, man. We are very excited about doing this, and we're gonna keep doing it, and it's just gonna keep evolving. And then we will have. It's almost like with Skylar and the boys, Khalid and King Hansen, when they're dropping their songs like on this date. When we do have it set up, for our very first official date with all of us in play and everything like that, of course we'll make the announcement. Let's see what else. So that's Wednesday. Thursday, I'm having surgery on my shoulder. Oh, so Friday we're gonna do the show. So of course, OG's like, you're having surgery Thursday. I go, I know, we're doing the show Friday. I'll just be like, you can't
24 hours later. Come on.
I'll be like this, and I haven't told her. I said, well, shit, I'll probably go on Thursday night after the surgery. Give a little hi, how you doing?
Maybe not.
We'll see, but
okay, we'll see.
So we got that going on. Let's see, what else?
It'll be interesting. You're going to be wearing a cape on Friday because I don't know that you're going to be able to put a shirt on.
I'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
There's a way, man. And
bring a hospital gown home.
Yeah, and tomorrow I have a meeting with some people, and I'm just going to leave it at that for now because this very well could turn into something pretty big itself. And you know what? I've thought about it. People, might be saying, "Oh, you're getting ahead of yourself," and what if it doesn't work out? Well, it's gonna work out. I mean, it's. What do you mean?
If it doesn't, then it'll go to something better.
Well, no, but just like with, I was gonna wait for our show with bullshit with the boys and shit, like that. It's like, no, it's gonna happen. It's just, and like I said the other day, and I didn't make the announcement yet. I was kind of beating around the bush there, and it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And but tomorrow, this is going to be a whole nother animal that I'm coming into, and it's
Michael, come here.
And it's going to be, he's live.
You're live. This is Manny. We're live doing a show right now. This is Michael Hanna. This is my son.
There you go.
You've heard his name. You've never seen him. There he is in live and no other color.
Now you got him. But welcome to the show.
So you can leave the white. Where you can leave the white one? Okay, fine. There,
there you go.
Oh, okay. See ya.
Up there, and actually, you can see baby.
The baby in the background. She's watching him because she loves him. She loves him.
Let's see. Is she peeing yet? Baby, you peeing yet? Yeah.
And he's unplugging his car. He had his car plugged in, but he needed mine for something. I don't know what. But I guess the electric batteries and the electric cars don't like this cold weather.
Yeah, well, hey.
Whatever.
A lot of people don't. Cars, why are they any different?
Cars, bodies, whatever.
So, hey, look who we got. Hey, you know what? Let's see.
Who's on? Because I can't see it. Oh, Danny. Hi, Danny.
We are good. Let's see. That's for you, OG.
Yeah. That's my baby boy.
Yeah.
I love that boy.
Oh, look at this, man. We got some, and of course.
Oh, Tyler. All right, Tyler.
The family is checking in.
That's right.
I love you guys, man. Danny, Tyler, all you guys, man. It's just, I've said it before. You guys make my freaking day. And I was talking earlier about, and I've said this many times. Of course, you'll see on our thing and all the other platforms that are able to, for monetization, get stars, send stars to stars. Man, you've never heard me or OG say, send us this, and you know what? I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that.
Send us love.
But no, because I got kind of yelled at in a funny, caring way by a certain individual, and I'm not going to mention any names, but it was done in a caring way, because this person was like, asked me flat out. She said, I watch all these other shows and people will bring that up. And she goes, "How come you don't ever do that?" She goes, "I've never once ever heard you bring that up." And I'm like, well, to be honest with you, I completely forget about it. And two, I really don't freaking care. And
Yeah.
I said, I mean, don't get me wrong. When I do see people, I go, sometimes I'll be like, what? Oh, that's right. 'Cause I'll
Those are
forget and I'll
stars.
see someone send stars. And it was like, oh man, thank you so much. So I believe me, we appreciate it more than you know. But by no means,
Hmm.
you know, and again, I
We'd
don't
rather see the
want
names.
I don't want people to think I am knocking anybody who does say that
Hmm.
because as we are finding out, and especially with OGB in charge of everything, exactly what goes on behind the scenes as far as money and as far as how much the cost. Um, because when you're not doing this, it's just like, what are you talking about? You just sit down and you talk. Well, that's true. But when you start taking it to
Different
higher
levels.
levels, different levels, and you start traveling now, and then you start going on other shows, and then now maybe merchandise. And, I mean, all these other business factors that I never thought of come
Hmm.
into play. But again, that being said, I still was just like, well, whatever, man. Besides that, it says it on the bottom of the freaking picture. It's usually it'll say, I think I don't see anything here, but
I don't
I
see
think
anything either.
on the post, when you got the post, it'll say that. So it's just like, send it
Mm.
if you want. I mean, if you don't, that's fine. But what means even more to me is seeing
Seeing the names.
Danny, seeing Tyler, seeing Heidi,
Hmm.
seeing
Hmm.
Katie, seeing Skylar, seeing all these names. That that's what makes me happy. And
Yeah.
because by that I know that things are going to evolve to the other. And that's what means everything to me. So to that person that yelled at me, I hope that explained it. And I mean, she wasn't being an ass. She was being very caring about it, and it was just very funny.
And it wasn't me because he says she, but it wasn't me.
No, no, no. It was
Just want to make
a
no,
family
it's
member
okay.
who
No,
was
no.
and
Wondering
no,
why
it
you
was
don't
just
ask for stars. That's okay.
so yeah, it was
Yeah.
just curious, and you know, so that's why.
First thing on your mind. That's not the
Yes,
first thing on your mind.
so that is why. And
Hmm.
I've said it many times. I'll sit here and just be chit chatting away, and I'll happen to look over, and all of a sudden I just see the names, and it's like, all right, the family's
Yeah.
back together, and I just
Uh-huh.
start, and then the comments, it's just
Hmm.
a warm fuzzy feeling. That's all I can say.
I
And
love the fact that when you're doing a show sometimes and we'll start doing like the silly dad jokes and then people actually pop in with their own. I love that.
yeah,
I love
and
that.
see,
That's
and
so
that's
good.
I want this to be
Our
as
stars.
completely as interactive as can be, and
Yeah.
that's the way it should be.
Hmm.
I've said it many times. Yes, my fight or war. Yes, I formed this. I created this. This is my podcast. I'm sorry, it's our podcast,
There you go.
and the only time, and as far as doing stuff, the only time where I'm kind of directing and guiding anything is when there's a host or when there's a guest on like Johnny or somebody else, and maybe just guiding the pathway of the interview, asking certain questions. And other than that, when it's stuff like tonight or earlier, or like the different shows with music and mayhem, bullshit with the boys, we are just letting loose and having fun. And don't get me wrong, there's a method to the madness that goes on behind the scenes that you guys don't see. And that's what is very time consuming. So now it's going to be going on with 3 shows, and depending on how things go tomorrow, possibly, and this could be, and all I can say is the players involved
Hmm.
are some pretty freaking big players as well. I have been extremely blessed and fortunate with the people who have put their faith and trust in me to add me on to their little crew and their team and their family of you know um, these little let's see, the Land of the Misfits and all that kind of ended up. And then they bring me in, and it's much appreciated. Um, but yeah, it's going to be interesting. And like I said, tomorrow is I'm really looking forward to this meeting for a couple reasons. And Wednesday on Music and Mayhem, you gotta always think positive. So when this meeting goes tomorrow, when it goes as amazing as I'm confident it will
Expecting,
go,
yep.
it's going to be a very, very positive meeting. Um, I'll have hopefully I will have another announcement on Wednesday for you guys. Just leave a freaking pen. I'm trying to draw Snoopy again here. And oh, there we go. Okay.
Dead air, dead air.
No, I'm drawing Snoopy. I told people. There's Snoopy.
Not bad, very good. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Oh,
But you know what? You need to get a Sharpie if you're going to do that. You will see it better if it's with a Sharpie.
Let's see what else I got here. Then you got this one. You can't really tell what this is from that way. He's got his little nose. My guy looking over the wall. His nose.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. We're live. Yeah.
Yeah. With the family.
But
the family's very patient, though. However,
you guys are great. I mean, here they're just going, what the hell?
What am I looking at?
What the fuck? What is he? Other than coming home from work, being with my family, I look forward to being with you guys and OG and everyone. You know what, Danny? That's what it's about, nice. Man. You know what? You could do a few things, man. I mean, just like anybody, just like us. In fact, the only time that I'm not supposed to, but the only time I'm scheduled to be sitting here doing this is Monday at 7:00 and on Wednesdays at 7:00. And now on Fridays. Those 3 days at those times are the only times that it's officially supposed to be here. You know how many times I'm at this chair?
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Because they're there with us.
Just like earlier today, and then right before coming on now, minding my own business, sitting there with Susie, the Wonder Dog, watching. I recorded a couple of games from yesterday. So I was watching a snow game from Philly and LA.
It was so much fun.
And so I'm watching. I was just watching that, and Dr. OG sent a message about I can't whatever it was. I go, well, I was writing my notes about the new show we're doing now, and trying to get the format and all that stuff ready. And I just said, or she was talking about just keeping busy and working with the show and just. The determination and all that. And I'm like, well, shit, now you put it in my head, might as well go live. And here we are. And like for everybody else, you guys have a choice. You can come home, like you just said, coming home from work, a hard day at work, you come in, see that beautiful family of yours, and you sit down, maybe have something to eat. And now you could, well, you know what? Boom, turn on the TV or all of a sudden you look down, you're May's live. Yeah. Hey, look, or you can join our family and chit chat just like this. And
chime in. That's a beautiful thing.
And Danny, I'm really glad that you guys choose to do this. Someone
Tyler had a leg day.
I was just gonna say Tyler had leg day. When I was training clients, I mean, I wore so many freaking hats. I would get home I'd go to the gym and I'd train. But I mean, we're talking 25 years plus ago when I was taking on clients and shit. And some of these guys were pros, but they were friends of mine. So I would train with them and help push them. And I was always the guy behind the scenes. You didn't see me going up there in a little banana hammock doing my thing on stage. No. No.
Banana hammock.
Well, their little Speedo that you wear for bodybuilding.
I know.
I just can't do it. And but these guys are monsters, man. And I train with them, and I'd also would train whoever wanted me to train them. Anyone from people who've never lifted a weight before to guys who had their pro cards.
Yep.
Phyllis. How you
Hey,
doing, Phyllis?
Phyllis. Hi,
Another
Phyllis.
one of our Alabama
Family.
family members. God bless you, honey. Be talking to you soon. I know that OG's got you set up, so we'll be talking
Mm-hmm.
to Phyllis.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember when I'd have some of the guys coming in, um, you know, I had people that they when I first started training them. It was so funny. This lady, this woman and her husband, her boyfriend, whatever it was, I trained them both, and it
Dangerous.
was the first. Though they were both novice, didn't know what they were doing. They were great. They didn't have any bad habits. They listened, and the guy listened. Usually, the guys, come in with their egos, and they, no, no, no. This is what you're gonna do. I don't care what you want to do. If I'm training you, this is what you're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
But him and her, they listened. They were perfect, and I told them what to expect. This is how we're gonna progress. And and I told them, and they were both like, "You're so nice," and I'm like, "Well, I appreciate it. Thank you." And I go,
The first
"But
day.
I go, you're saying this as I'm writing your information down, and when you're out there with me, things
Different
are going to
story.
change a little." And so they did. And the first week or two, when you start training for the first time, is pretty intense because
Mm-hmm.
it's new and you're
Mm-hmm.
doing things you've never done. And it's just like a lot of times you shock yourself. It's like, but the thing is, you start to feel that muscle literally the next day, if not that night. If you've never trained and I put you, let's just say, through a chest and bi workout or, whatever. Yeah. That night, you're going to be like, it's like, because I've had these same two come in the follow 2 days later, they came in. They're like, "Man, I could feel that," and they were both like, "Man, that felt really good." And I just smiled, and they were like, and then the husband's going on,
Mm-hmm.
and she's looking at me. She goes, "I don't like the way you're smiling," and then the husband goes, "I think we might be in trouble." So I started to push him a little more. By
Mm-hmm.
the third week, going into the fourth week, I mean, they were both, "Oh, this is great. You're pushing us and pushing us." And there's a few times where it's like, "Okay, that was it. Not three more." And I go, "And if you tell me
Three
that you're
more.
done, you're gonna do four more. You do as many as I say, not many as you want to do." And I mean, I was just on them, and that's how I was. But I never would ever ask someone to do something that I couldn't do. So I'm pushing these guys, this couple, and they were both like the first week, second week. "Oh, we love you, man. Thank you, thank you."
Mm-hmm.
The fifth week, and going in,
Yeah.
and because I kept telling them, yes, even when they're saying how much they love me, I'm like, "Listen, don't freaking quit on me." And they're like, "No, we love this, man. We love." I go, "Just okay," and I go, "Just you're gonna change your feelings a little bit about me." And they're like,
Mm-hmm.
"No, no, no, we love you, man." Well, now I start kicking up their weights. I'm adding supersetting. I'm adding things to them. Now they're looking at me instead of that. "This is so cool, honey." It's just like, this guy's freaking nuts. He's trying to kill us. By the sixth week, or going seven, almost into the second month, or not even, probably the sixth or seventh week, they're looking at me, and they came in, and the one went to grab his water bottle, and he's sitting there like this with his other hand because I blew his arms out that bad.
Mm.
He's like, "My arms are killing me." And she looks at me, she goes, "I hate you." And she
But
goes,
I'm coming
she
back
goes,
for
she goes,
another workout.
she goes, "I went to sit down on the toilet, my legs gave way." And she goes, "And then I couldn't get off the toilet. He had to help me."
Been there, been there. Uh-oh, you're frozen. Am I frozen? Annie, you're frozen. If you can hear me. Uh-oh. Is he frozen for you? Manny, you're frozen. Uh-oh. Okay, so what he did, he just took himself off. He's going to put himself back on. So anyway, for those of you who have never trained, it gets better. Obviously, it gets better because your muscles get used to it, but it's those first few weeks you feel it, but your muscles are growing and they're getting better and you're healthier and your mind is getting better. And for those of you who are working out, you know that working out is not just physical. It's really, there's more mental health benefits to it than physical benefits. It's just the physical benefits you can see, but the mental health benefits are really rocking, you know. But yeah, because Tyler said he had a leg day and feels like rubber bands. Yep, you got a good leg day, which is actually my favorite day. Uh, yeah, I love it if I can, after a big leg day or a big back day, if I could just like lay down for 10 or 15 minutes and kind of like get my body to relax and then you can go on. Oh, Manny just said, I don't know. So, he should probably just shut us all down and come right back. He's working on it. That's what he's sending me texts. He's working on it. So we could all be patient. Yeah. Let's see who's all here. Okay, we've got Phyllis. Okay, yeah, Phyllis is there. Tyler's there. Woe is in the house. Where I saw Woe? I saw him somewhere. Yeah, there he is. King Handsome. Yep. And Amanda. Hi, Amanda. Good. And let's see who's that. Stacy. Hi, Stacy. I haven't actually. We haven't. I think I'm gonna. Hopefully, we'll see you because we're coming out that way in your neck of the woods. I'm assuming you live somewhere close to Schuyler, but I may be wrong. You could be living in Florida for all I know. But someday we'll meet you, Stacy. Okay, let's see. New comments. Yep. Whoa. Yeah, not war. Whoa. Hello. Okay. Oh, there's Lori. Lori, we're having issues right now. Manny is off. Right now, he was on. He became frozen. He's off. He's trying to fix it. So what he probably should do, and I'm not even going to text him because I don't want to get off of mine either. He probably should just shut us all down and come back. But if I know him, he's growling right now. Oh, you are on the West Coast. Okay, good, Stacy. So we will see you. And then, of course, we're going to go see Lori in June down in Athens, Alabama. Hopefully, you don't have any more snow. The snow's all gone for you, I hope. But I see there's another winter storm coming, so I don't know. Batten down the hatches. When I went to it was like below zero today, without wind chill, just below zero here in Detroit. And so I wore a big heavy coat. And they're kind of laughing at me because I look like a grizzly bear because it's a big fur coat. And I apologize for any of y'all who are PETA members, but no, I got a fur coat and it's really warm because in Michigan it does get cold on occasion. And we got our Arctic blast for today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. Wednesday is going to be the coldest. So whatever. It's wintertime. If it was this, people say, "Oh, it's so cold." I went, "Well, yeah, but it's January. It's supposed to be cold in January. If this was June and it was 5 degrees out, then we'd have something to worry about." Oh boy, come on, Manny. Where are you, baby? Somebody, if you can tell you what, Lori, can you text him and say, "Why don't you shut it down and come back?" Because I don't want to go off. I'll keep it here, but or somebody text him. Tyler, you text him. Say, "Manny, why don't you shut everything down and come back on?" Because we're all here. When it gets cold, you got to do what you got to do to stay warm. Oh yeah, because with the wind chill today, I mean, you could get frostbite in no time, you know. And Lynn loves Lynn, so I got to make sure that Lynn's okay. Besides, somebody's got to be around to take care of Manny, so I've got to make sure I'm okay, because of all this stuff that's going on and all these shows that he's talking to 2 people tomorrow. And I wouldn't be surprised, knowing Manny, how Manny is, that we might end up having 4 shows a week. Ah! Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to get more ink pens and a lot more paper. And I need a raise. Okay, so again, somebody text him, tell him to shut down and come back. See if he'll do that, because he's probably, I don't want to say he's in a panic, because he's just not that kind of guy. I don't do cold. It makes my body hurt. Yeah, well, yeah, but it gets cold out in Oregon, doesn't it, Dan? I'm sure it must. maybe not to the extent that it does here, but you guys have snow out there. I mean, you're by the Pacific, and if you get some cold air, I'm sure you must. I know there's snow in the mountains, obviously. We don't have any mountains in Michigan, though. We don't need them. We got enough snow on the ground. Okay, so who's texting Manny? Lori? Okay, okay, there's another comment. Yeah, but not you guys. It's cold in Oregon. Yeah, I would think that it would be. And who's that? And that's Amanda. Yeah. How cold is it in Oregon in April? Because I think we might be coming out there. I don't know. April, July. Well, I don't know. We're coming out there anyway. I know I got a couple airline tickets, but all my information's sitting at Manny's house, not here with me. Oh, he's probably just champing at the bit. Yeah, because we're leaving. Okay, so Thursday he's got his surgery. He thinks he's going to do a show on Friday, and he might, but he might have to have some pain medication. But that doesn't bother him, even with his old alcohol issues. The pain medication doesn't bother him. He can take it. He's not concerned about that. And then, okay, that's Friday, and then and then a couple of weeks later, we're flying out to Connecticut again because we got a bunch of shows to do there. Now I'm just concerned when I go to Connecticut, I'm used to Michigan and we have, snow and whatever. We have people who take really good care of the roads. But when we get to Connecticut, Hopefully soon. So, bye for Of course, he just hung up. Can you guys hear me talk right now? I got sound back. Okay, so you can hear me now. Dan, you can hear me now? But you know what? He's going to send me a link to come back on, I think. I don't know. I guess he lost the Wi-Fi or something at the house. So he's working on it. But for now, what I'm just going to say, just go ahead and go take a break, go to the bathroom, get yourself a cup of coffee. For some of you, it's like only 4 o'clock. So you could maybe get yourself a snack before dinner, and then we'll come back on. Okay. So I'm going to say bye for now, and we should be back shortly. Okay. Bye, guys.